To announce your name,
Yep.
the date, and the time of the recording started. You can speak right into the phone.
I'll think it's my first person and do that. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, it's Judy Zablag. Today's date is March 8th. It is 9 a.m. We are beginning hearings today.
Is there a Harry Buster?
Judy, your 9 a.m. is not coming, I don't think. He's a reschedule request.
Oh, okay. All right.
Your 9:15 is here, so just let me know whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll go to the top of the stairs. Thank you.
Okay.
Peter's gonna work out going up and down all the stairs all day.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Would you like me to shut the door, or?
Whatever makes you comfortable.
Doesn't matter to me.
Here with me, Mama.
Take your time.
It's 9:07 a.m. Welcome, I'm Judy Zablack. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, and your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 400. The property you are appealing is located at 2959 Congress Street. The owner of this property is Gino and Maria Bona. The town has your property appraised at $3,798,600. You're requesting that the town reduce your appraised value to $3,500,000.
That's correct, except there's also 2 additional owners. And that's Jason and Paula Garelick.
I am going to swear you in. I'm going to ask you to repeat that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
All right. Now, I'm just going to either confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. Please state your name and for the record or whether you're the owner or the agent.
Yes, my name is Marissa Pula, and I'm an agent on behalf of the owners, and I'm an attorney from Selby's, Needle, and Cooper.
Okay, I see your affidavit on file. Thank you very much. All right, you've probably done this before because you keep coming back, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just for the record, I'm going to swear you in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Okay, great. Now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of the home on October 1st was $3,500,000. Not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Yes, ma'am, but first, would you like me to sign the affidavit?
Yes, please.
And also, you asked me just to repeat that there are 2 additional owners, Jason and Paula Garelick.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down. The two additional owners are Jason,
Garelick, Garelick,
right?
and Paola, Paola, and same last name.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure. So there are a few notes with this property. So the old appraisal, just to note, was from 2015 grand list, had been changed from $4.5 million to $3.95 after an appeal to the Superior Court. So,
all right, I'm going to write, just bear with me a second because I want to take notes.
Yes.
Okay? So in 2015, you appealed to the court and the assessment was reduced, or the appraisal or the assessment?
The appraisal amount was reduced to $3.95 million.
Appraisal, okay.
And that was by stipulated judgment.
Okay.
And the reason why I noted that is simply because, number one, this property has actually been on and off the market since 2016. So there has been multiple attempts to sell the property at the amount that the town continues to appraise it at, which I think you're aware is typically even abnormal. Typically the selling prices are higher than the appraised amount by the town. But in 2016, this house was put on the market at $4.95 in an attempt to sell, and it didn't sell after it was 6 months on the market, and then it expired. And then again in May of 2017, it was also put on the market for $3.9, and it also didn't sell. And then in May of 2018, $3.875, did not sell. And now, even in this temporary and inflated market, they've tried to sell for $4 million. It didn't sell, and they've reduced it to $3.975. And since July, it's been on for that amount, and it still has not sold. So there has been no demand for this house at that price. Additionally, while the house is fairly large and there aren't necessarily exact comps in the area, there are, just to give you an idea, which I'm sure you're aware, this house has 6 bedrooms and it has 10 bathrooms total. It's 3.3 acres, it's a colonial, and it's approximately 12,000 square feet. The comps in the area that are fairly similar in Greenfield Hill, specifically that area, is 770 Old Academy, which also has another address noted at 1386 Hillside Road. And that one closed in September of 2020 at $2.8 million.
And the 770 is also noted as, what was the other?
So it's odd, in
also known as address?
1386 Hillside Road, but I don't think it's an also known as, I think they are combined.
Okay.
So it's not an either or.
Okay.
That's also a colonial at 5.7 acres, and that has 6 bedrooms and 8 baths. And that has an assessed value currently, and again, this is combining the 2 addresses as listed on the town's website, and that's about $1.9 million is the assessed value.
Okay.
And then there's also 105 Meeting House Lane. That's also in Greenfield Hill, and that is a little bit smaller than this house, 2959. But it has similar features in the updated interior of the home, and that's sold in January of 2021 for $3.275 million. And then probably the most comparable when it comes to size of the home and the interior would be outside of Greenfield Hill, but it's located in Southport, 971 Holes Farm Road. So again, obviously noting that it's in a different area of Fairfield, but that was sold in October of 2020, and that was for 3.25, and that was asking price. And the town has a current assessment of that property as $1,999,130. So at this point, the 3.5 is based on the idea of the current market, keeping in mind the demand of buyers, and because it hasn't been able to sell, and it is a little bit outdated since it's been built in, it was built in 1999, I believe built in 1999, and it is a bit outdated as far as the masonry work, and there's been a few other features that need updating based on that price point.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you'd like to submit to us?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I will be presenting your petition to a majority of the board in a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. And if you are granted a reduction, you cannot come appeal again until the next evaluation of 5 years. If you don't agree to the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Thank you.
Okay, and thank you. And if you don't have any questions for me, this concludes your hearing. And you can leave.
Great, thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You too.
How you doing, Judy?
We're all set for president, or whoever's coming in.
Oh, good for you. No, I just think.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize it was. Sorry.
Judy, I'm back.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. We're gonna hang out for an hour today.
No, Christopher will be, I got two, and then Christopher will come to do the other, so.
Fine. Oh,
Yeah, you get the whole family.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I got 443 and 444, and then I'll tag out, and Chris will tag in.
Okay. All right, let me get my, everything in order here and do whatever we need to do for the record. How are you since I haven't seen you for 2 days? Anything new?
Oh,
You're
good
not
weekend.
getting long.
Yeah, time.
Kidding. Okay. And I'm gonna do some redundant stuff, as you know.
Yep, you do what you need to do, and we'll play from there.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Get to the big house, like always.
You wanna close that door?
Oh, sure,
If
yeah.
somebody's a little loud?
Yeah, they're looking for a fishing license.
Okay.
Yeah, Rich.
Well, welcome. I'm Judy Zaglak, one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a couple of things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. The appeal number is 444.
Correct?
The property you are appealing is located at 1610 Hillside Road.
Correct.
The property is Robert and Nancy Enwider. The town has the property appraised at $3,650,200, and you're requesting the town reduce the appraised value to $2,600,000.
That's correct.
Okay, great. Now I'm just going to confirm you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. So could you please state your name, whether you're the owner or the agent?
I'm Robert Russo, and I am the authorized agent. I have the affidavit with me.
All right, so now I'm going to swear you in. Thank you. your right hand is up. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. All right, great. Now it's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of the home is $2,600,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what the home would most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
I'm going to submit a copy of an appraisal by Baldwin Pearson showing it at 2.6. The affidavit's also on the back.
That was the next question.
Yep. One of the things the town hasn't taken into account is the town didn't take into account that it's a shared driveway. That 1,162 square feet that the reval company added into the house is actually in a separate dwelling that's accessed by a porch.
Please say that one more time, because I'm
So,
going to make some notes.
1,162 square feet
Right.
that the reval company counted in the main home is actually not in the main home. It is in a separate dwelling. You have to go out into the porch to get into this separate dwelling. All of the comps in the appraisal were either closed or deposited by the reval date. And these were the best comps in Greenfield Hill that were out there in that end. The other thing that's important is about a year before the reval date, the neighboring homes to this home sold for, even though they're larger homes on larger pieces of property, they sold for much less than what we're telling you our client's home is worth.
And what year was that?
It was about a year before the reval date. It was the fall of 2019. So it's not relevant from an appraisal point of view, but they were larger homes on larger properties, and they all sold for less than 2.6. This is the smaller home on a smaller property. We understand that, you know, the values went up in the last year significantly, but still this one is much, much less. And that's all I have on that one.
All right, let me just see if I have any questions
Sure.
on the appraisal, and then... I think we are good. Can you tell me just a little bit about that separate dwelling? Because I'm not, I did...
So it's the main structure is actually two different structures that has a porch that connects them. So it's the 1,162 square feet of it's really accessory. It's not part of the main house.
So if I look at the appraisal, and we have 9856, that includes that 11, that does not include the 1162?
No, it's instead counted as it's instead accounted as an accessory. Yeah, it's...
So that would be on top of that 9856?
Yes, that's correct.
And what did they add for the accessory?
I don't know. Let's see. It looks like so there are multiple accessories that totaled $2,477.
Okay, and they added what?
And what do they value it at? That's a good question. I'm not sure I'm competent enough to pick that out here.
Yeah, I can look at it, but I'd like to have it right there.
Mm-hmm.
They should have that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in here. see.
Now, there is a supplemental addendum that talks about the 1,162 square feet.
Oh,
It's
yep.
saying now there's additional...
No, that 2,400 is the basement, actually. You're right, it is the 1,162 square feet is a studio and a 1.5 bath. And they added $125,000 for that.
And that is on this appraisal, or that is additional one to that?
It is on this appraisal.
It's included here.
Yeah, if you look at the comparables page, which is page 2, well, page 1 of 2, but it's the page that has 1610 Hillside and then 3 comparables.
Right.
It is the last line where it shows it has the 1,162 square foot studio and 1.5 bath, and that they added $125,000
Oh, I
to the
see
3
it,
comps
I see
one,
it.
yeah.
Okay, but what about that other, you mentioned something yours now?
That's the basement.
Oh, the other accessory is...
Well, it's not an accessory, it's just that it has a basement where 20% of the basement is finished. So if you look at that same page... Yeah.
Where did you come up with that 2477?
So in that same page, look in the upper left corner. See where it says 9856, then 2477?
So they're counting finished basement for that?
Yes.
Okay. And that includes the accessory and the accessory building and the finished basement. That's what they're talking about. Okay, great. Okay. That's good. I just wanted to make sure I had it all and I understood it well for you and your plan. Okay. And anything else here?
Nothing else on that one.
Okay, great. I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board in deliberation session for consideration and vote. As you know, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If the appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you can't appeal again until the next evaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision to the court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And if you don't have any other questions, we'll be on to the next one.
All right, great.
And you are doing 81 Campbell? Is that you?
No, it's 971 Holtz Farm. It's 443.
Okay.
Christopher will come and do the other.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, just making sure.
No, it's, we're keeping everybody on their toes.
Okay.
This is an interesting one.
Okay, just a moment. All right, for the record, I'm Judy Sablack. I'm one of 9 members on the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, and your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a couple of things for the record. Your appeal number is number 443.
Correct.
The property you're appealing is located at 971 Wolf Farm Road.
Correct.
The owner of the property is Barry and Nancy Fox.
Correct.
The town has the property appraised at $2,855,900.
Correct.
And you're requesting that the town reduce the appraised value to $2,350,000.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, great. Now I'm just going to confirm that you are either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf, and swear you in.
I am Robert Russo, and I am the authorized agent.
And you're gonna give me the affidavit, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, of course you will. I have a Bluetooth in, and every once in a while it's going off. Do you know what that means?
It's an active real estate market. So.
Yes, it is. Told everybody, don't bother me. Don't bother me till after 12. Well, not bother me. I'm busy until conducting incredibly important town business.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now I'm going to swear you in for this file. Thank you so much for dealing with this. I appreciate it.
No, not a problem.
Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you out?
I do.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Now it's your opportunity.
I'm going to submit an appraisal from Baldwin Pearson as of October 1st, 2020, showing the value of $2.35 million. My affidavit is on the back as well.
All right. I just want to read something else into the record just so we have it.
Yep.
This is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1, 2020 was $2,350,000, and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And I am in receipt of your affidavit. Thank you very much. And also an appraisal that you just submitted. So you said this one was interesting, so talk to me.
Well, so for the record, I want to state two things. That despite the fact that my firm has filed dozens of appeals this year, we don't take every appeal that comes to us. We turned down about a dozen potential clients who called us looking to appeal, but had paid more than the town appraised value within the 3 months leading up to the assessment date. We had this, seriously, it happened a dozen times where someone would call me and be like, I can't believe how much the town raised my thing. I'd look up the card online and I'd be like, but sir, you paid 1.6 for it in September. So, well, the town thinks it's worth 1.4 in October. We can't appeal that. And we turn them away. I also don't file appeals without an appraiser telling me that the client and I are right, because I may have a hunch, but I'm not an expert. I want an appraiser to tell me that the client is right in that. What makes this appeal so interesting is the client paid $3.25 million for the house in September. Right? And I'm here telling you that it is worth $900,000 less than what the client paid for. And the client had come to me, and let me just make sure I'm right on this. Actually, it was October 2nd that the client paid $3.25 million for it.
In October 2nd?
2020, the day after the grand list date.
Okay.
The client paid $3.25 million for it.
Right.
I'm telling you it is worth $900,000 less than my client paid for it. I will admit I was skeptical when Mr. Fox called me and we had this conversation. He said, listen, he said, I sold my home in the beach for what I knew was a very good value. He said, I had negotiated a much lower price on this home, and the seller just held me hostage. He said, I had the funds. I'd done very well in my beach sale. He said, I made the decision to overpay for the house. Okay, that's interesting. Before filing the appeal, I made him go out and get an appraisal. This is the first appraisal we had done of the season in that instance. And George Shawa from Baldwin Pearson was also very skeptical. But he went out and he looked at the home, and he did come to the conclusion that the Foxes, in fact, did overpay for the house significantly. What George also did is, in doing the appraisal, and he came up with 3 good Southport comps. They're all similar in size and value and all that instance. And then what George did was he estimated everything on the high side. All right, you know, the comparable sales range was $2 million to $2,375, And George kept everything on the high side, and he still came out at 2.395. So my argument is unique. I realize it is different, but my clients overpaid for the house. You know, all the comps are within 4 months of the reval date. And they fairly clearly show that the Foxes paid too much. No, I will admit, I think they knew they were doing it when they did it, but.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, right. It's,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You said this was interesting.
I told you. Right. I can't tell you how many we turned away in this instance. We're like, no, not doing it. But in this instance, it is a lot of money. And the appraiser was willing to agree.
Okay. Well, duly noted.
Yep.
Duly noted.
And that is all I have for you.
That's it? That's it for today?
Well, now you got my younger brother. He'll come in and he'll keep you busy. Then you can compare styles and see, you know, who you think's more effective on which. Thank you.
I also know you.
Right. Thank you, Judy.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasant day. Best of luck to you and everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
And God bless you and your family.
You as well, and may the market remain hot.
Thank you. Thanks, you too.
Yep, keep going, you're gonna. Oh, on your left. You got it.
All right, thank you.
Hey Judy, your next two appointments are here. For some reason, one doesn't have a time. That must be a 10:30
Who is it?
and a 10:45. McManus. And
McManus is here, and you know what, Russo, the brother, is not here.
right.
And, you know, he does come late, but here's the scoop. He's gonna be quick. I wanna, the McManuses are here.
They're here, so they're the next two, I guess, because he told me he was for 37 and 307, appeal numbers 37 and 307.
Yeah, except, okay. So McManus, what I have, number 37, and 307.
Yep.
Those are both, yep.
Yeah,
I have both of those, and, hang on just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't want them to wait. Okay. Well, he's gonna have to.
Right, yeah, right. Okay, okay, sure, I'll go, okay. My daughter doesn't take the shorts from the doctor right in here.
Oh, just one second.
sure.
Before you go, come in, just 1 second.
Oh,
Yes, there's in Harbor Road. Oh, and they're also doing, 37, they're also doing 307?
yes, I believe so. You're doing, can you confirm?
307 is a different owner, it looks like, so just make sure.
I did You're doing appeal numbers 307 and
I'm
37.
no, we're doing 37 right now.
37 is McManus, and I'm doing 307.
Oh, so you,
Oh, okay, yep, okay,
I'll be here for the next
the
two.
two. Okay, you're just
Okay.
for 37.
great.
Okay,
Come
okay,
on.
great. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
And hi, I'm
Are we-
Jessica.
Are we sitting here, there? What- Okay,
No, please sit right there.
okay.
And I have a couple of things that I'm gonna go over. There may sound redundant, if you've been here before,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear me say the same thing over and over again. I just saying that for the record.
Do you want me to close the door?
Please do, if it makes you
Yeah.
comfortable, and the other thing is, you know, you never
Yeah.
the noise that comes in.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Well, people are coming and going. Yeah, that's good.
No.
And just so you're comfortable, we've both been vaccinated.
Well, that's good, 'cause,
Yeah.
that's good, I'm glad to hear it. I have this, that's protection, this is protection, okay. Thank you so much. Just want to make sure everything is in order before I start. Welcome, I'm Judy Sablack, I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, and your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a couple of things for the record. So your appeal number is 37. The property that you are appealing is located at 1088 Harbor Road. The owner of this property is Mitchell McManus, and I guess
Jessica.
and Jessica. Town has your property priced at $2,341,600, and you're requesting that the town reduce your appraised value to $1,850,000.
That's correct.
Okay, great. Now, I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in. So can you both please state your name for the record?
Jessica McManus.
And
And I'm Daniel Conti.
And Daniel, are you,
I'm a real estate appraiser.
okay. Okay, do you both have affidavits, because I'm about to swear, or are you gonna have, do you have an affidavit to speak on her behalf? She's here, but I don't know if you have an affidavit.
There's, let's see. I understand being notified. Is this what you're referring to, the
And you're
sworn
also
statement
gonna need
signature?
a sworn statement, I'm gonna need that from both of you. Do you have both of them?
No, we were only given one. And we were given the one for both, so.
But this is for you for another home.
Well, no, 37 is the one that we're hearing now.
Right,
The 3,
okay.
okay, that's another one.
All right, just bear with me a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a copy of this, and the other, and I have one
Okay.
other question.
All right.
I didn't do that. Yeah.
No, that's, it'll be,
For a sworn statement, what do I do for that?
no, we'll just listen to what she says and we'll figure it out. This is going to continue.
You got my dog in the picture. I'm gonna increase the value.
The what?
My dog.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
This house sold, and the people who bought it, the people who had sold it had redone it.
Yeah.
People who just bought it have completely gutted it, down to done. Brand new
Yeah.
kitchen. Ripped it all up.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
You know,
it's
it,
insanity. It actually makes me sad.
you know, when I look at properties and people do stuff like that, that's actually bad for other people. The reason it's bad for other people, because sometimes it'll appear as though a house is a tear down. But people go in, they like the location, they don't have a ton of money to just, you know, turn a 2,300 square foot house into a 6,300 square foot house. So they go in, maybe they add 1,000 square feet, and they do a nice renovation to it. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Thankfully, I could finish that, thankfully. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm actually gonna have you sign both of these, I'll put them in both separate files.
Okay.
You came early, and the other person that was here just came, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to your case right now. Then I'm gonna send you out and bring him in, and then you can come back.
Okay.
All right?
So I'll sign this as the agent.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, you might as well do both of them, because
Okay.
I'll need you for the next one as well. So, all right, and,
Do I need to sign anything?
no, you can speak, I
Okay.
think we're okay. All right. Can you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that the information you shall get concerning the assessment appeal and all questions shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, great. So now it's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 2020 was is $1,850,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home would most likely have sold for on that day. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
Okay. And I will leave you with the comments, so that will help you to look at, and then when you discuss it, it'll help you to understand the reasoning. Initially, when I looked at the property and looked at all of the sales in the submarket, I looked specifically at Harbor Road. If you look at the comparable sales used, 3 of the 4 sales are on Harbor Road. The first sale at 260 Harbor Road sold for $1,725,000. It was.
I was looking for, did you, okay.
Yeah, that would be page 5, I believe. I should have brought my glasses.
I can always give you this copy.
No, I've got something, all right. The one at 260 Harbor Road.
260 Harbor Road.
Right.
Essentially, this property is very similar in utility, except for the size. It's in good condition, but it's on the non-water side, which is where the McManus property is. So it shares all the amenities, and it sold for $1,725,000 with a closing date of September 2020. 163 Harbor Road sold for $1,315,000. This was actually on the water. This was an inferior grade home, but it was on Harbor Road, and I felt it was appropriate to use it. Smaller than the subject, but even though it adjusted to $1,761,000. 494 Harbor Road. Again, older home, bigger lot, bigger house, sold for $1,700,000.
And that's water too, or no?
Non-water.
Non-water.
Sales 1 and 3 are non-water. Sale 2 was water.
And 1088 is water.
1088 is not water.
Oh, no, okay.
No.
Great. Okay.
Okay. And then we looked at
1 and 3 not water. Harbor is the only one that's on the water.
They're all harbor.
they're all harbor. 163 Harbor is water.
163.
One is, so they're either across the street or,
Okay.
And if you'll notice that one of the adjustments I made, it references HVFZ, and that's a high velocity flood zone. And based on data that I was able to research, typically a property that's located in a high velocity flood zone is about 8 to 10% lower in value than a property that's not in a high velocity flood zone. So even with that, we've got 2 sales or 3 sales that adjust out substantially lower than what the town's value is. The 4th sale, which is 171 Old South Road, which is a beautiful street, excellent appeal within the community, although not on harbor, sold for $2.2 million. Now, a home that's 3,100 square feet, the McManus' home is 3,150 square feet. It was a better quality of construction, so we adjusted for that. It did not have a harbor view. We adjusted for that. And then we adjusted for the larger lot size. That adjusted to $2,145,000. Now, when you look at the data, it's really unrefutable. It's all right there. And if you look at the dates of sale, they were September. 2 of them were September of 2020. I know it's hard to talk with a mask.
No, you know what? I have a Bluetooth, and I'm a real estate agent, so my phone rings off the hook today.
And then
okay,
we have 163 Harbor with a closing date of 10/1/2020. The dates are well within the range. In fact, in the discussion that Mr. Fazio had with the Board of Assessment Appeals, he said he went back to January of 2019 so that he could have a better sampling. Well, I think the sampling of what actually sold within 4 months of the reval date supports our position. Also, where the McManus home is towards the very end of Harbor Road. And there's a lot of activity there, which prevents private use of the property. And that's important because with people walking, with people thinking that they can drive further, they drive and then they realize they have to turn around and come back. And it's not uncommon for the McManuses to be out during the summer and then have people turning in their driveway. The other thing is that the subject, although it's been improved, the effective quality is that of a grade 7 or 8. The finish for the upper level is inferior to the rest of the home, and the floor plan doesn't give it the graciousness as you would have in a traditional antique home. The revaluation company failed to support land values as well as their cost per square foot. The cost per square foot are inconsistent within the submarket of Southport. I've done the research. I've seen where grade 11 homes are valued at one particular dollar per square foot, and another home is a different one. So there's an inconsistency in what the revaluation company did, and I think that bears itself out with the number of appeals that you have.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
If you'd like, I'd be happy to give you the comments.
You know what? I would love that. Let me please take that for the record. Yes, love it. That's your cheat sheet. That's not a comment. Your cheat sheet.
No, that's for you. It's essentially everything I said.
That's great. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll be presenting a petition to the majority of the board on a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal will be in your decision letter. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And if you don't have any other questions, this concludes.
Thank you.
All right, Karen. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Good
You're
luck
very
today.
welcome. I'm going to have you back as soon as the other gentleman is done, and that should be quick.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you, too. You know, Mr. Russo can come back up, and then Daniel can come back after he's done. I forgot. How are you? You geez, you look familiar. I just saw each other.
I wanted to throw. This one's actually mine. Mine for a change.
Which property are you doing?
533 Merwin's Lane.
And you're rescheduling Campbell, right?
Yeah, we're rescheduling Campbell. Coming back 10 more times anyway. So.
That's all?
Exactly.
All right, bear with
I
me.
give you all this stuff, so, including mine.
is your house.
It's my house.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
actually.
So you can practice it on all these other homes.
Yeah, just warming up for mine.
So you can get, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all right. You know, I'm gonna do a couple of things for the record,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so bear with me while we do that.
No problem.
All right, as you know, I'm Judy Sablack. A couple things I gotta say. I'm Judy Sablack. I'm one of 9 members here on the board of the Custody Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. So I'm going to state a couple things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 435. The property you are appealing is located at 533 Merlin Lane. The owner of the property is Christopher Russo.
Yep.
The town ownership property is raised at $846,300. You're requesting a town reduce your appraised value to $775,000. So good?
Yeah, was it 700, was 775? That's what-
725.
725.
725.
I was thinking, I was like, I know.
And I would
a few
do
of these.
that on your detailed 725,000. Okay. All right, now I'm just going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
Yes, I'm the owner.
Please state your name for the record and whether, actually I just did that. Okay. I'm getting tired already.
No.
Okay. Right. And did I just swear you in too?
No, I haven't done
Okay,
it.
so let me do that. Thanks for your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. All right, now's your opportunity to provide testimony because why you believe the market value on your home on October 1st, 2020 was $725,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible. And I'm looking at what you just gave me, so you want to talk to me about that?
Sure. So one of the things where, well, you know what, I can get to value later. So there's a couple things on my actual card that I don't think are accurate, my field card. One is where it talks about the area and it describes each of the floors for the main dwelling. So that's on the bottom of the second page.
Yeah?
It's got the first floor, and then it has a finished attic, an upper story that's finished, and then a 3/4 story that's also finished. Those are what they consider, they add into the living area calculation. And so I think one of these is a double here because I have a first floor and I have a second floor, and then I have the 3/4 story, but I don't have an attic that's finished. So there's 325 square feet that's added onto here that I don't have. There's a from the second floor, there's a stairwell that goes up to the front portion of the building, and you can see actually on the picture where the window is.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Yeah, so that where that window is over there, there's like a what they call a 3/4 story, which is probably an accurate way of describing it. So there's that, but there's no other finished attic. I mean, that's on top of it. So there's no.
So, okay, hey, I'm gonna, as I look at the picture on the field card, on the right-hand side, I see 3 floors, right? So I see first floor, second floor, third floor would be the finished attic. Or that would be what they would be looking at for a finished attic. That third floor, you walk up to the third floor?
Correct.
And
But they also, then they have this 3/4 story, which is 333, and I'm not sure what that is.
All right, so let's get to that in a second. So we have the attic. Does that have flooring and sheetrock?
Yeah, so where that
Okay,
window
so-
is, yeah, so that's living area, that's right.
Oh, okay, so the 325 square foot attic that you just mentioned, that is actually part of the house. So you're questioning the 3/4 story.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what that is.
Okay, what is, to the left of the property, I see something to the left of the house. I could just see a part of it. What is that?
Oh, that's like a little, it's actually, you can see it on the, you can see it on my site plan that I included as well. I have two like bump out windows, so like it comes, there's right there, and then from there, there's like two bump out windows that come. You can see it on the site plan. You can see like the box.
I can see that, but that's not, that would be, there's a 3/4 story. If you look at all of the boxes that are on your field card, 3/4 story is labeled TQS, right?
Right.
So.
So maybe this, where this room is.
This is behind, so the addition in the back is what it looks like. There's something in the addition in the back.
I don't think, this is 400 square feet. I don't have to do the math myself, but yeah.
On the field card, right?
Yeah, right, so they're calling this the.
Here, hold on. If you look at this, see, here's your house, those are the bunk outs that you're talking about, right? Here's your patio, right to the left
Right, the
of
patio, yeah, which they have
All right.
here, they have the patio.
So you have an addition in the back of your home.
Yeah.
See that base, that's on the first floor, and that TQS is
The 3/4 story.
Yeah, you have cathedral
So then, but then the main one, see, it's almost like it's being double counted then, because the first floor is basically 28 by 29, so that's 812 square feet essentially, for that main area. It's 28 by 29. Then what they're calling the 3/4 story is basically 28 by 16. So that one is 448 square feet. And then there's this thing that they call they call it BAS, which is where the kitchen is, and that's 400. So if I added all those together, I would essentially get, 860 plus would be 1260, it'd be 1660. And they have the first floor as being 1,777.
Did you also
and they have the
that 7 by 6? Here's all the calculations.
Right.
Here, there's the other first floor, 7 by 6, and there's the other one that was 2 by 5, I think.
Right.
So,
you're 7 by 6. What is that? That's 42.
Yeah.
See, what I think what I think happened is it looks to me like the first floor area is probably accurate, the 1777, when you add in this, the little bump outs and everything. But then the 3/4 story is included in that 1777. So it looks like they have that in addition to it. That's the part I don't understand. Why would that be called out separate than the first floor? And the first floor, clearly, if this is 812, 448, and 400, that's going to be under the 1777. That's going to be
3/4 story. Do you have cathedral ceilings in that back room?
In this room, no. In the other room, it does have cathedral ceilings.
All right. So when you say okay.
So this room right here, this one right here.
Yeah.
This one has 7-foot ceilings right here. This one where it says TQS.
And there's nothing on top of that.
There's the second floor.
There's a second floor on top of this.
On top of that.
That's what the 3/4 story is. If it's like a cape, like a cape, like a regular house, and hope I'm explaining this correctly. Regular house, watch.
Yeah.
The walls go straight up from the foundation. In a cape, the walls like this, and because it's that way, you have a 3/4 of the room. So this is talking about the second story. That's what that is. That 3/4 story is the cape with the angled wall. That's what makes it a 3/4 story. They're not taxing you, or they're not square. And I can't say the word tax, and I apologize for that.
Mm.
So that calculation has to do with
the fact that it's like.
To the best of my knowledge, it's a real story.
Okay.
That's what we look at. So the 3/4 story, that's to me is, that's normal and customary, that is always on a field card.
Okay.
It's denoting that you don't have full use of the floor area and the square footage.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, and I guess size-wise that might be on the first floor.
You brought me
Maybe,
a map
okay.
also.
And so, all right, so the other one is, it says it's 5 bedrooms, it's a 4-bedroom house. The main house is 4 bedrooms. And then there's an additional, there's a cottage that has a bedroom, but the main house is only 4 bedrooms. It says it's 5. And then the other thing, they have all these outbuildings. Kind of hard to follow them all, to be honest.
So in other words, there's a lot of, and you're telling me there's a lot of field card inaccuracies.
That I see, yeah, because there's a bunch of sheds that are referenced, and some of them are really large. And I mean, I have a duck coop, a chicken coop, things like that, but I don't think there's definitely not as many as they're saying.
You have fresh eggs every morning?
Fresh eggs every morning.
Yeah.
It does every
All right.
morning. I got them coming out my ears.
What else you got, Chris, because we're running?
So there's that. The price history, just to show the price history, this was on the market for a very long time. It went down and down and down and down. It went from 1.1, 105, 1 million. It just kept dropping down and dropping down. It was on for $799, and I bought the house for $661,000.
When did you buy it for $661?
I bought it in January of 2019.
Okay.
And just to show that it wasn't particular to my house, and that basically just before the pandemic, it would have probably been around the same price. 1180 Merwin's Lane is the field card I provided you. That sold in November of 2019 for $691,000. So just before the pandemic.
That one you just gave to me?
I gave it to you, yeah, 1180.
Just now, 1180 and
Yeah.
542?
And 542, right. So
And these closed when?
So 1180 closed November 2019 for $691,499. Okay, and so that's right before the pandemic, and it's right around what my sale price is. And our square footage is essentially the same. They have a little less. I think they have like 3,000 less in land area than I do, but they're essentially the same land area as well. And then in the middle of the pandemic, May 29th, 2020, 542 Merwin's Lane sells for $725,000. So, that's in the middle of the pandemic, prices started to go up, and
what was the date again on the, I can look at it, but let me tell you my eyesight. Oh,
Yeah, no
529 on 529 on 542, wait a minute, okay,
No.
1180, hold on.
yeah, 1180 Merwin sold for
That's 11
$691
Yeah,
in November of 2019.
okay.
And then 542
We're
Merwin.
running over, so we gotta.
Yeah, well, I'm just
we're not
saying.
open yet.
Well, the 542 Merwins sold for May 29, 2020 for $725,000.
I see that, I got that.
And they have less square footage than me, but they actually have a lot more land than I do. I think they have about 10 to 15,000 more square feet of land than I do.
Okay.
So I think we're either near them or a little bit higher, in like maybe the 750. But to get to the number where I'm at, which is the 846, it would be a 28% increase in from when I bought it. And clearly, the market had not moved pre-pandemic up in Greenfield Hill, so it would really have only been the pandemic that caused it to go up. And for it to go up 28% for the pandemic is just, to me, it seems like a crazy high increase.
Okay, and I got this map, and the reason you submitted the map is that...
It's just to show what structures are actually on there and to show, I mean, they have some of these, and I can submit a full-size site plan if they want to be able to measure everything out. But, like, you know, this chicken coop is 3 by 5, and it's 15 square feet, and they have structures on here that they say are, you know, almost all of them are in the hundreds of square feet. So I don't know, these measurements...
There are structures that are not on the property that show up on the field property.
Yeah, they're outbuildings, yeah, and there's some structures that, I mean, they have like 7 outbuildings for me.
And it's 4-bedroom and not a 5.
It's not 5, yeah.
Okay, all right, great, thank you very much.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I got a couple things just to go over. Did you sign,
Yeah, I signed the thing.
Did I take it already?
Yeah, you just have to acknowledge it.
Hold on, let me just make sure. Yep. Yeah, I did. 435, okay. All right. So
Okay.
thank you. I'll be presenting your petition as majority, to the majority of the board at deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail on the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. And if your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you bring a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation of 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision. Okay?
Great.
All right, great. Thank you. And if you don't have any further questions, we'll probably see you next week.
Maybe I think tonight, actually.
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you so much. Okay, I've got a couple things that I've got to do as per point of order, so bear with me. And you've seen it, you've heard this already, but I've got a couple things I'm going to do for the record. Welcome. I'm Judy Ziegler. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Adjustment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a few things for the record. The appeal number is number 307. Please let me know if anything is incorrect. The appeal number is number 307. Property you're appealing is at 120 Senate Lane. The owner of the property is Carmen and Elizabeth Cabano. The town is property appraised at $2,541,700, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $2,001,000. Is that all correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, great. I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf.
Yes, my name is Frank Murphy, and I'm an attorney. And
in the documents we filed is an affidavit for my client authorizing me to appear on his behalf.
Frank Murphy?
Right.
Okay.
And
I'm looking for that affidavit. Bear with me. I see it. Wonderful. Thank you.
And my client, who's the...
And the gentleman here, we have somebody else here?
Yes, Daniel Conti, who's a real estate appraiser. Now, my client was planning on being here, except that he's under a quarantine. And I was wondering if we could reach him by telephone so he could listen in by telephone.
He can actually call in and listen. We are being recorded.
Oh, okay.
He can listen. He can listen.
All right, so how do I...
Okay. Let's see. All right, here's what I'd like to do right now. Let me swear you both in for the record. Daniel, are you speaking? Or are you just here?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to swear you in for the record as well. And all right. So can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment of your knowledge question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right. Let me see what we can do for, I think I can call him and actually have him be live and we can actually have the conversation. Let me just double check on that, okay?
All right, sure.
Judy, are we being recorded yet?
Yeah, we're on record.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing this old town hall is a lot of rooms that you can use for conferences and things and small meetings.
Yeah.
Whereas the new town halls have nothing but big rooms that are basically useless.
I'll wait until we're off the record to tell you a funny story.
Did I read this? This is actual wetland.
Yeah.
Page 11.
Yeah, I guess, I see what you're saying.
Well, we are just gonna call your client up,
Okay,
and that way he can participate. Okay?
all right,
That's what we're doing, which is what I thought we should do.
yes.
Okay.
Do you want his number?
Let's see, I believe I have it. No, I have your number.
Okay.
Just a
All right,
moment.
so the number is 646.
Hold on. You just a moment, okay? All right, you said it's 646?
Yep, 660 44 15.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 64666604415 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, this is Judy Zablak of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm here with your attorney and your appraiser with regards to 120 Senate. And we were hoping to get a hold of you, so if you can call back to town hall, maybe you can listen in or participate in this meeting, but we only have a couple of minutes for that. So please call us back, and I apologize for not having the actual number for you to call, but please call the Fairfield Town Hall. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right, so...
All
All right, so I've got some points of order that I've got to handle, okay?
All right. One other housekeeping thing. On the appraisal report, there was an error on the certification on the date for George Shallow, who participated in the appraisal.
Okay, just a moment. Do you have the sheets to sign that I just for you in?
Oh, no.
You
You
I signed one. Before.
I've got one for you. I'll just need one for you. If you could pull that out, please.
Oh, okay.
Because if I don't do it now, I might forget to do it and gotta be part of the file. Okay? Okay. Cool. Yes.
All the way from the right.
All the way up. Yes. Now, there's a gentleman with taste. He's got a Mont Blanc on the table. Right?
You hit the nail right on the head.
So, when you write with that pen, nothing else compares. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay. All right, now's your opportunity to provide testimony on why you believe the market value of the home on October 1, 2020 was $2,100,000 and not the value appraised by the town. Market value is what your home is most likely was sold for on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible.
All right. first, I'd like to give you a corrected page to the appraisal report.
Thank you very
if I
much.
could just point you in the lower right-hand corner where it says expiration date of license or certification of George Shawa. The date in the report said had a typo, and it should be April 30, 2021.
Well, thank you for being that specific. That's wonderful. I will add that to the record. Thank you so much. All right, what else you got?
Okay, so as you mentioned, there's a difference between the assessor's value and the property owner's value. This is a home which is a fairly large home, but has a lot of particular problems associated with it. First, it took approximately 7 years to build the home before my client owned it. So with a construction project that takes 7 years to complete and the building being empty, all sorts of problems have developed. In particular, there are 5 fireplaces, but the fireplaces are not functional. There's an elevator, but it's not certified for use. Our client has spent a lot of money doing improvements and upgrading to the property, but a lot of it was just to correct defects, and there were some improvements that were made, but to correct defects in the construction. The other thing I'd like to point out to you is that there's a conservation easement on the property, and if you look at the conservation map that's page 11 of the appraisal report, you'll see that it's a rear lot, and it's lot number 6 on that map. And you'll see that there are 2 conservation easements. The one to the upper right of the page is 1.65 acres, and the other one is 1.15 acres, so that the usable land is reduced to approximately an acre. Part of the conservation easement area is actual wetlands, so that you would have setbacks from the wetland. So you don't really have a full 3.7 acre parcel to develop. You really have a 1 acre parcel to develop.
Okay.
And I think that in treating conservation land as excess land, you have to distinguish between actual wetlands and a conservation area, which may or may not be wetlands, but you have to worry about the setbacks and other similar things for any improvements. And then under the appraisal report, Mr. Conti has taken all sales from the area in Greenfield Hills where this property is located, and I'd like to have him go through his appraisal.
Yeah, we really are like 7 minutes over, so we're going to just go through quickly and please, and I appreciate that. And I'm sorry we couldn't get your client on the telephone.
Very simply, all of the sales that were used in this analysis were closed, contracted, or, 3 of the 4 sales were closed or contracted as of the effective date of the reval. 1 was closed in July. There's been so much discussion.
July of when?
July of 2020.
Okay.
There's been so much discussion about how crazy the market has been, and yet statistically, the multiple listing, as you're well aware, can statistically track what the sales are, and that doesn't bear out. And you'll see that in the report. But in order to get homes that were higher in terms of square footage to make it more comparable, I had to use higher grade properties. which is where we go into the issue, which is the town's classification of cost per square foot and land values are not supported. They make inconsistencies for various grades of homes, and the square footage for a grade 11 house or a grade 9 house or a grade 7 house should be consistent within the market. There's no question, if you go to a cost guide, the cost guide is going to say Fairfield, X number of square feet, this is the value. And it's determined by the heating systems, it's determined by plumbing. It's not objective. It's not subjective. And in the analysis that I've looked at, the reval company hasn't done that. There's too many inconsistencies. When you look at the sales are of homes that are large, and yet they don't come close to what the 120 Senate Lane is in terms of value. They range from 1.5 to 2.45. In the numbering, in the adjustments, you look, the range is from 1.8 to 2.6. So the bulk of the values are under $2 million. There's clearly, and I understand because it's a mass valuation that they look at en masse, but this is specific to the property as of the date of revaluation.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So if there's any other questions you have, we'll be happy to.
I think we've covered it. And thank you. I will be presenting your petition and reporting to the board at deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next evaluation of 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
All right.
Thank you, gentlemen. If you don't have any other questions for me, this concludes your hearing and you can leave.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So how many appeals do you have overall?
A lot. And I'm very late right now because we're trying to help everybody. Okay. Let me get the next one. Can you send up the next thing? And I'm going up and down the stairs. We have upwards of 600 there. Yeah, but it's a reval. That does happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
May I come in?
Hello, please come on in. Thank you so much.
Should I close
Thank
the door?
you so much. If that makes you happy, whatever makes you comfortable.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I've got a couple of points of order that I've got to get into first.
Sure.
Welcome. I'm Judy Frank. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, and your hearing is being recorded. So I'm going to state a couple of things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 60. The property you're appealing is located at 680 Old Academy Road. The owner of the property is Tony Pham. The town rates for property is assessed at $1,712,400. You're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $1,175,000.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, great. Now I'm going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swearing you in.
Yes.
Can you please state your name for the record of whether you're an owner or an agent?
My name is Tony Pham. I am the owner of the property.
Thank you, Tony. Now I'm going to swear you in. Ready?
Yes.
Thank you. Right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal and now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Now's your opportunity, Tony, to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1, 2020 was $1,175,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date, so please try to be as succinct as possible.
Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for your time. I understand I have about 12 minutes to present evidence to help the board gather information on my property address of 680 Old Academy Road. The town has given 680 Old Academy Road an assessment of $1,198,680, which is a fair market value of $1,712,400.
Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. What number did you just?
I gave the assessment and the fair market value of what the town.
Oh,
did.
okay. All right. So yeah, we'll go on the town value. All right. Can you please repeat that because I heard numbers that didn't make any sense to what I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
The town's assessment was $1,712,000. That's the fair market value, right?
That's the appraisal. The assessment is 70% of that.
Yes, so that was the fair market value, the appraisal. And then there was an appraisal done by Smith Appraisal Services for mortgage refinance, listed the fair market value at $1,100,075. A difference of $537,400.
And what's the date on that, Tony?
Yes, so the date on the appraisal was November 12th, 2019. The town's reevaluation analyzes all sales in Fairfield between October 1st, 2019 and October 1st, 2020. And the appraisal was done within that time period.
Okay.
There is one improvement that was done after that appraisal, and that was a roof teardown. It was replaced with just another asphalt roof. So I just wanted to list that out there.
Thank you very much.
And so I'm just hoping to amply find a solution because there's a really large difference between the market value, between the appraiser and the town.
Okay. All right, and you have the appraisal?
Yes.
It's all here. I have that.
Okay.
Okay. And that will be made, that's in the record already.
All right.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
No other questions.
Okay. All right, so, and you have no other paperwork you want to have added, we're all set here.
You're all set there.
Right, great, Tony, thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to a majority of the board on a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail of the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you'll come back next year. If you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next evaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can always take the next step until your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Thank you.
Thank you, and if you don't have any other questions for me, this concludes your hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Should I sign?
Thank you. Yes, please, I gotta have that. Thanks.
Today's Thank you very much.
And thank you for your patience. There's a little bit of craziness. You know what?
Understood.
Somebody changed the hearing, and somebody else I came in early, and then somebody else, the person that changed the hearing had another hearing, and then came in late, and then, you know what? And you kind of missed, and you're so patient, and thank you so much.
I hope the
Really
rest of your day goes
appreciate that.
smoothly.
Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day.
I don't know what I can do.
Take a picture of me.
That maybe. What do you want to be doing? And how are you going to deal with this?
No.
You want to through the plexiglass?
Yep, through the plexi. You do that, do one like this?
Okay. Make yourself all nice. There you go.
Wait a minute.
Good?
Make sure, okay.
Okay, face forward. Okay, see if you like any of that.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell was this on my side? Yeah, other than that. Do the same picture? Yeah, don't mind that. You know, it is clean, really. Okay, wait a minute.
What are we doing? Okay, make your faces. Whatever you want. Okay. Now, see if you...
I'm sure.
If you can.
Somebody who actually knows how to take a photograph.
No, it's all in the subject. You know how to pose. Set me up.
Well, that's what I'm going to tell you. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, no, I'm just going to go get my next one.
Thanks.
You're good? All right. Hey, you doing multifamilies today? So I was wondering if I could get your, so it's you and I presented, like at the same time?
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if I can do something tomorrow night. I need to get some of the stuff off of myself. I presented to you. So I need to get them off.
No, and I think she let Stephanie get like the meeting stuff over the weekend.
Right.
I think I got 6 of them done. So I know what you mean. I went over and I just gave you the No.
They were like 11:15 until come through the phone in the car, right?
On my one.
When 11:15 on. Okay. So.
No.
Okay. You want to talk beforehand or? You put it together. I don't know. I
You don't have to, you're not ending anything. I didn't want to double effort if you had a really water.
Oh, hi.
Hey, Mr. Carrier.
I am.
Oh, come on in. I'm Judy.
Hi,
How are
how's it
you?
going? Sorry. Oops.
Okay, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, so I've got a couple of points of order,
Okay.
and please feel free, have a seat.
All right.
Is it just you or anybody else with you?
That's it, just me.
All right. All right. So a couple of things that we've got to go, just have to review for the record.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. I'm Judy Sablack. I'm one of the 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. So your hearing is also being recorded for the record, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to state a few things for the record. Please correct me if any of this is inaccurate. The appeal number is number 80.
Correct.
Property you're appealing is located at 2470 Hillside Road. The owner of the property is Daniel Armada Carrier. Town has the property appraised at $1,200,025, and you're requesting the town reduce your appraisal value to $800,000.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, great. Now I'm just going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf of the agreement.
I am the owner.
Please state your name,
Oh,
the record of whether you're owner or an agent.
Daniel Carrier, I'm the owner.
Thank you.
All right, I'll go. Look at it, Jordan.
Okay, so now for the record, you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Okay, great. So now here's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1, 2020 was $800,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for on that date. And please try to be as succinct as possible.
Yep. So we purchased the house recently for $757,000. So well below the town appraisal value.
And you brought in appraisal.
Correct. Yeah, we submitted that with the original.
And you purchased the home in November of 2020.
Correct.
And this appraisal, is this for your bank appraisal?
Correct.
Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And if need be, I can send the PDF version of that if that helps. I don't know if it.
We have it all set in PDF. Go
Okay.
ahead and do that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And when did you purchase the home?
It was last year.
You said November 2020?
Correct. Yes. Yep.
Did you include the purchase contract in here?
We did not. No, there was no specification to include the purchase contract.
Okay. All right, but yeah, it's noted in the sale. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
More than happy to do that if you need it. So just let me know.
I think it might be a really good idea if
Okay.
you did that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it can't hurt you, right? Okay. So there's instructions. When you go down below, you can ask her exactly you want to send a PDF file on this.
Okay.
Okay. And I think you can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. If by chance you can't, I still haven't noted here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, great. Then I'll be presenting your petition to the majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You will be notified by mail on the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal was denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, You cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Do you have that affidavit, excuse me, form statement?
Yep.
Yep, okay. Did you fill that out?
No, they said to wait till I get up here.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
just sign it.
All right. Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Okay,
All right.
great, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, and if you don't have any other questions for me, it concludes your hearing. So you might want to ask her downstairs about submitting them.
The contract, perfect. Okay, sounds good, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Okay. Is Mr. Fontana here? Is Mr. Fontana here? Yes. You can turn him on up. Hi, we're Miss Fontana. I apologize. Oh, okay, wonderful. Thank you. Go ahead. Did you have your sheet?
Yes.
Your oath sheet?
Yes.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Hi,
Okay.
Judy. Mario.
Hi, how are you?
Yes.
Did they actually have my name tag right? No. Oh my gosh.
You're not Judy?
Today I am, yeah. I'm Judy. How are you? We have another nice day. I hope it's a little chillier than it was yesterday.
It is, but it's nice
Thank
and
you
funny.
very much. Okay. Just bear with me a moment. I have a couple of points of order that I need to do.
Okay.
And if you've been through the process before, it might be a little redundant, so I apologize for that. Welcome. I'm Judy. You can have a seat. Feel free to have a seat.
All right, thank you.
I'm Judy Segwin, and I'm one of 9 members on the Board of Acceptance Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today, and your hearing is also being recorded. I'm going to state a couple of things for the record. Please correct me if anything is inaccurate. Your appeal number is 79. The property you're appealing is at 990 Wolds Farm Road. The owner of the property is Pina Berlisi and Mario Fontana. The town has your property appraised at $1,515,200. you're requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $1,350,000. Now, great. So now I'm just going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized on the owner's behalf to swear you in. So could you please state your name and whether you're an owner or the agent for the record?
Mario Fontana, owner.
Tina Ferlisi, owner.
Thank you both very much. Can you both raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that the information that you shall give concerning the assessment, appeal, now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Could you please sign that acknowledgement sheet so I can make it a part of the file?
Today is the,
I'll do that. Just put your names on that, that'd be great. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so now's your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe the market value of your home on October 1, 2020 was $1,350,000 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely have sold for on that date. And we ask that you please try to be as succinct as possible. Thanks.
Right, well, we looked at dozens of sold homes in Fairfield during the base period, and we had provided five of those in our appeal package that show what we feel to be the comps to our home. We've also spoken to several brokers about possibly listing our home, and we included in as our backup for this appeal the broker's opinion value of the 1.35. She is a very experienced broker in Fairfield. She actually used to live in our home. Our home is historic, so it's a little different than some of the homes that are the comps. But when we did check the recent solds, we checked 410 North Cedar, which sold on 6/12/20 for 1.
Is that in here? That's not in here.
I'm sorry?
Is that not in here? Is it not in this little section of process somewhere in there?
It should be. We sent everything.
All right, hold on. Let me just make sure I have it. That's really important. Okay? I see Red Oak. You're going to talk about Red Oak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Red Oak, we have Galloping Hill, Brambles, Hedge, Rockville.
All right, so let me tell you what I've got here, your additional vision cards.
Mm-hmm.
So after Amy's analysis, I've got Red Oak.
Yep.
I've got Galloping Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Brandy Hedge. And North Cedar, okay, so yeah, that's the way that they did it. So you want to talk about North Cedar? You've got like about 6 minutes, so.
Right.
All right, talk about that.
Well, so North Cedar sold on the 6/12 for 1.177. Has 1 acre of land, more bedrooms in it, plus 1 bedroom.
1 plus 1 bathroom, 200 square feet smaller than our house, which is kind of negligible, came out to $334 a square foot. If we did the calculation to our square footage of our home, that would bring our house value to $1.235. The 101 Brambles, Brambly Hedge, sold for $1,080 on 12/26/19, almost the identical square footage to our house, a little bit more land, 2.244 acres as a matter of fact, extra bathroom, extra bedroom. So we think that this particular property is a pretty good comp to ours.
And what did you say that sold for?
$1,080,000.
$1,080,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We got that.
And that's in the Ridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galloping Hill Road. This house sold for $1.346.
What says $1,445,000?
Okay, yeah, I'm right. I'm wrong. You're right. So it sold for $1.445, which is $255 a square foot. 5 bedroom, 400 square feet more than we have in our home. Extra bathroom, and this is $255 a square foot. If we use the $255 per square foot on our home, this is Bramble or Galloping Hill. Lou, are we on we're on Galloping Hill?
Yeah, we're on Galloping.
So that puts our house. So we rate the Galloping Hill house as superior to ours, and if we use their square footage at $255, which is their sold square footage, we come to $1.346, which is right at the broker's comparison, or where the broker says that we should list our house. So after we did these 5 examples, we came up with an average square foot price of $243 per square foot. If we use that average, $243 per square foot for the 5 examples that we submitted. If we use the 243 times the 5,280 square feet that we have, we would come up with a 1,283,139 sale price for our house. Okay, the broker came up with a list price of 1.350. Okay, and then if I average all of the numbers above, which is the total average square footage of all the 5 examples, the broker's number, we come up with a 1.291246. So we rounded the number, we rounded the number up to the broker's number.
All right, so I just got a question.
Yeah.
So for the top 5 examples, first you said it was $1,283,139, and then the average, then you said it was $1,291,246. Which average is for what?
Okay, well, I'll do it again. So the total average for the 5 examples is $243 per square foot.
Right.
And when we times that by the 5,280, we get 1,283,134.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
And then the average of the sale price is where you came out to 1,291. Is that it?
No, the average for the sale prices is 1,283,040. Okay.
Okay. No, where's the 1,283?
The 1,291,246. Okay, do you have this? I'm sorry, do you have this?
Let me see. I got it. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. Because I'm writing all this down and it's like, well,
Sorry,
wait a minute.
we should have highlighted that page.
Okay.
So the average of the 3 numbers is what I was getting at, is that the average of the total average of all the square footage is the broker's list price
Oh.
And I averaged the averages, right? And that's where we came up with 1.291246, which is,
Probably what it would sell at, but we would probably list it at 1,350.
Got it, okay.
Okay.
Got it, okay. Now that I'm looking at it this way, this helps.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So glad you submitted that. Thank you.
And then, in addition, just as a side note, our next door neighbor, which is very comparable to our house, in fact, we think superior, because they're on 3.81 acres compared to us, we're on 1.6 acres. Their assessed value, same square footage, same, but their assessed value is $881,000. So.
Do you have information on that?
Yeah,
you
I
want
do.
to submit?
Sure.
I'll just add it to the record for you.
That's
Great,
directly
thank
next door.
That's
And also a
wonderful.
historical house set back
Okay.
further from the road than we are. And they're,
Okay,
so that,
great.
yep.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay.
thank you. All right. Any other paperwork you want to
Oh,
submit?
wait. So the one I gave you is 912 whole.
Right.
Okay, yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
all
it.
right, then thank you. I'll be presenting your petition to a majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March, and if your appeal was denied, you can come back next year. If it was granted, if you're granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next revaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter. Okay?
Okay.
Great, thank you. And if you don't have any questions for me?
well, when is the date of the decision? Do you know that?
Oh, as soon as possible, I hope.
So
It all has to be done in March.
March. Okay.
Okay? So if that helps you.
And then how do we track it? Will somebody let us know, or do we?
And I think
We'll get a letter.
Ask her down. You're not going to get a letter because we're just going to be doing these. We'll let you know in the hearing. But I think you'll know which home. Ask her down below when you come in, and she might be able to help you. This is where I do my stuff.
Got it.
Her DG do her stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Got it.
Thank you so very much. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day.
All right.
Enjoy it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye.
Like speed dating.
My gosh. $152 South Portwood.
That's it, that's me, yes.
Okay, great. I just got a couple of things we're going to do. This is a matter of point of order. And if you're comfortable, the door open, that's fine. If it's more comfortable with the door closed, that's fine too.
Door's open, sir.
Okay, all right. Welcome, I'm Judy Ziglack.
Hi, Judy. I'm Matthew Kubaka.
Hi, Matthew. I'm one of 9 members of the Board of Assessment Appeals. I'm going to hear your appeal today. Your hearing is also being recorded.
Okay?
I'm going to state a few things for the record, and if anything is incorrect or inaccurate, please let me know. Your appeal number is 492. The property you're appealing is located at 152 South Fort Woods Drive. The owner of the property is Matthew Kubasic.
Yes.
The town has your property appraised at $439,500. You are requesting the town reduce your appraised value to $377,300.
Yes.
Right. So now I'm just going to confirm that you're either the owner of the property or an agent authorized to appeal on the owner's behalf and swear you in.
I'm the owner.
So can you please state your name for the record and whether you're the owner or the agent?
My name is Matthew A. Kubasic, and I am the owner with Janet Sherwood of the property at 152 South Fort Woods Drive.
Thank you so much. And now I'm going to swear you in. Ready? Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the information you shall give concerning the assessment appeal now in question shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. And you have the oath. Could you just sign that for me? All you need to do is sign it. I can fill everything else out. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Now is your opportunity to provide testimony as to why you believe that the market value of your home on October 1 is $377,300 and not the value assigned by the town. Market value is what your home most likely would have sold for if not on that date. Please try to be as succinct as possible. Thanks.
I live in Building 6 of the South Fort Woods Condominium Association. In Building 6, there are 7 units that are of identical type, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1 garage. Every other unit except mine is assessed at $264,110. I have no idea of the origin of this discrepancy. We have original baths.
Okay, you said every other one is assessed at $264,110. Did you do the appraisal on that? What was the appraisal number on that?
I have the field cards. Copies of
Okay, it says, okay. So yours is assessed at 307.
That's what I thought.
Do you have an end unit?
I do. And the way the building is built, every one of these units is an end unit. I mean, the building is a dumbbell.
Right.
The 3-bedroom units are on the ends of the building. The 2-bedroom units are interior to those.
Okay, so the similar units, the exact same unit you're saying is the exact same.
1,500 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1 garage.
And okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it. What else would you like to tell me? Do you have something else you want to add?
No, I just brought copies of what I originally submitted. I didn't know.
Yeah, I have it. I am looking at it.
Yeah, I just, I have the field cards. I didn't do any other assessment or evaluation appraisals. I didn't do any appraisals.
If you submit the field cards, let's see, I have 140, 138. Did he sound familiar when you have?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Why do I have 18? Okay. All right. So I think I have, if you want to make sure that I have everything and you have copies, I'll add it to the file just to
I just want to know if you have the 7 field cards. That would be mine as well as
I'll tell you what I have, okay? I have 152 South Fort Woods.
Yeah, that's mine.
That's you.
Yep.
That's right. I have 146 South Portwood.
Yes.
I have 138 South Portwood.
Yes.
I have 136 South Portwood.
Yes.
I have 18 Colony Road. What do I have?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, 154.
Oh, the
South
owner
Portwood.
maybe,
Yeah.
yes.
Right, I have 154,
Yes.
and I have 144.
144. I would say that 3 of those 7 are upstairs units with vaulted ceilings. I mean, I live on the ground floor, so I would anticipate that they'd be more valuable. The condo board has common charges for the upstairs units that are more than my common charges. So I'm just confused as to why the situation you have is the situation you have. Okay.
I appreciate everything that you've given to us. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Thank you. Is there anything else? Anything else you want to submit to me?
I think you have what I submitted, as well as that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll be presenting your petition to majority of the board at a deliberation session for consideration and vote. You'll be notified by mail the board's decision within 7 days of the decision. All decisions will be made in March. If your appeal is denied, you can come back next year. If you were granted a reduction, you cannot appeal again until the next reevaluation in 5 years. If you don't agree with the board's decision, you can take the next step and appeal your decision in court. Instructions on how to appeal in court will be in your decision letter.
Okay.
Right, thank you. And if
Thank
you don't
you.
have any questions,
No, I think we're
this
good.
concludes your hearing for the day.
Thank you.
And it includes my business for the day.
So I'm between you and lunch, huh?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
you.
Have a good one.
Thank you too.